Rest is here, thank you. Okay, so we're good to go.
Hi, good morning. My name is Michael. I'm one of the rangers here at Independence National Historical Park. We are here at the Ben Franklin, the Franklin Court Printing Office. Sorry, I always want to add the name. This is not Ben Franklin's original shop. There is no place left where he would have printed. The last location, the largest location, would have been down the street at 2nd and Market. It's currently a stop on the L. But because it's a big part of his life, from the age of 12 to the age of 42, he is a printer by trade. He made so much money, it allowed him to do the things we know him better for. His time in England as a lobbyist, his time as a scientist, his bifocal glasses, the kite and key experiment, discovering lightning was electricity, signing something called the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. So becoming a founding father is all thanks to his time early in his younger days as a printer. We are using a replica press of one Franklin actually would have used that is in the collection of the Smithsonian. What we're printing today are 3 sayings from his famous Poor Richard's Almanac, and probably the best known 18th century political cartoon, the famous Joiner, at least in this country I should say, the famous Joiner Die Snake. We've done the hard part, we've settled the type. Each letter comes individual, each space is individual. Our next step is actually applying the ink, which allows me to use my favorite tools here. These are called ink balls. They're shallow wooden cups with lamb's wool and leather, and you can hear a little bit more. That stickiness you hear is simply the ink. This is thick printer's ink. This is not something they would have used to sign their name with. The typical recipe in Franklin's time was tree sap, linseed oil, and lampblack, kind of finely ground soot, and boiled or reduced down. Here's how you apply it. Once you're done applying your ink, you'd be operating this with a partner. You'd get out of the way because your partner's ready for the paper. Now today, we make paper from wood pulp. It's cheap, it's easily available. They didn't know how to do that. So their paper primarily came from good old recycling. Old clothes and old rags were collected and helped to form paper. Now their paper typically had a lot of linen in it. That's too expensive for us today. So we used something that was a luxury item back then, which is cotton. It's kept a little damp. We want a little wetness, not a lot. Drop a little frisket because we only want the ink. As you can see, it gets everywhere sometimes. Drop it one more time because this is called a printing press. Do it one more time, and as you can see, the printed worked. Not too shabby. Now I don't move nearly as fast as they would have in their time. Again, as I said, it would have been a 2-man team. 2 men working this press were expected to do 1 sheet in about 15 to 20 seconds.